Please chant Om 3 times, please, together. For first few minutes, you can choose to close your eyes, keep your eyes closed and listen, or you can, comfortable, open your eyes and listen. All of you have been listening to these topics for a long, long time, and today the topic is, just a title has to be given, the Self, I am, is existing, I am, long before a thought begins or an action begins. Just think over that statement. Long before an action begins, a speech begins. Long before a thought begins, I am, you are, everybody already is as we are. Name it the Self, the Truth, Chetana, Atma, Brahma, Paramatma, Bhagavan, or Anama, Arupa, nameless, formless. Long before my speech begins, your listening begins, our actions begin at the level of the body. Perceptions begin at the level of your ears as listening to a sound, at the level of your skin, feeling a touch, a tender breeze, or something soft or hard where you are sitting down. Seeing something or closing your eyes not to see. Tasting something or keep your mouth shut. Smelling something or there is no fragrance. Before these actions, perceptions you engage yourself in, your thoughts are required. You can't speak unless there are thoughts to be spoken about. Your body would not have come from your room to this place unless there is a prompting from within. a thought reminds you there is a class. If you have come from your home far away from the ashram, another state or country or continent, you are not here without your thoughts prompting you. And friends, what time your thoughts prompt you, or what time the thoughts appear. Any time, in any time zone of the universe or the world, any place, any point in space, your thoughts prompted you. And for the thoughts to appear, you must be you, conscious, aware. Unless you are there, thoughts have no meaning. Actions have no direction or meaning. You can open your eyes and listen, friends, but go to that level where you are always there, long before you reach this place called ashram, this hall. You are aware, you are conscious, you are who you are. Wherever you are, in your room, in your own place or city, another country or continent, you are always who you are. Nothing creates you. You can wait for a thought to appear. You can wait for an action to begin or to end. A thoughts begin or to end, but you, in whose presence you are aware. Beginningless, endless. Long before thoughts begin, you are there. Long before action begins, you are there. I just came into the class. All of you are already there, sitting down, waiting. For me to say, let's begin the class, to whom shall I talk? Not to the hall, not to the walls, roof, windows, carpet. I'll talk to living human beings here, not to the cats, dogs. For me to talk to you, let us begin. You must be already there. Your body seated here. For me to say, let us listen, please listen. Your ears must be already there. You listen not because I speak. You listen because your ears are there to report the sound. There is a plane going overhead. Our ears cannot produce that sound. It reports. To hear the sound, we need the ears. But to have the ear, sounds are not needed. If there is total silence, still you can listen. And how do you listen? You are conscious at the level of your ears, you say listening. You are conscious at the level of your eyes, and you say seeing. A blind man cannot see, but he can hear with his ears. He is conscious that ears can listen, report. Also conscious, eyes cannot see. Tongue tastes or cannot taste. You can recognize a smell or may not recognize a smell. The blind can be simultaneously enjoy a fragrance, listen to a sound, but can't see. You listen to a sound, a thought is created. You smell a nice fragrance, the rose, the thought is created, vrittis. True to the perception, impression will be created. And those impressions are instantaneous. As you listen, thoughts are created. As you smell something, thoughts are created. Since you do not see, just feel that as though you are blind. If you do not see, no thoughts are created. Absence of thought doesn't make you unconscious. Presence of thought doesn't make you conscious. Ajivin. Because of my speech, you don't hear. Because you have the capacity to listen, your ears can hear, you recognize a sound. The sound stops. Your capacity to hear doesn't disappear. Same way within. True to the perception. You listen something, a thought comes. You are conscious of the thought. Your ears cannot hear the thought. Since you are blind, the thought of a perception will not be there. You can't see anything, but there is no emptiness in consciousness. Absence of thought does not mean you are unconscious. Like absence of sound doesn't mean you are deaf. So if you look from the outside, which as children we do, oh, I'm listening to that sound. For the child, for the grown-up babies, 15-year, 20-year, 30-year, 70-year, 100-year-old also, babies. Babies have their attention fixed in the world outside. adults live in their mind. That is why Shankara so beautifully says, Balastavat krida shakta. The baby is busy playing with everything, colors, toys, everything. You put anything, the baby will be playing. Dust, twigs, the baby will be playing with everything. The grown-up babies, tarunastavat taruni rakta. The grown-up babies goes into living toys. Inert toys are there, like child is playing with the toys. Example when he gives is very beautiful. When you are grown up, young, you also play with the toys. Your car is a toy, your TV, your cycle, your dresses, your gold, your ornaments. Just like children playing with the non-living toys, even the person grown up also plays. But a living toy, a man or woman, becomes much more interesting. You build a house, build everything, you want to bring in a companion, a partner. How long to live alone? I want a girl, I want a boy, I want a partner, companion. But that also is a toy. As the children lose themselves in non-living toy, the grown-up baby adds to the non-living toy. Previously it was plastic car, now we need a big car. It was a dust home, kitchen, made out of the sand. Now it is a real house, real car, real TV. Added to that, a living toy. Previously playing with the help of the body, sense organs. Now focus is playing on the body, with the body, use the body. That is young. Tas tarunastavat taruni rakta. Living toy, mutual attractions. Surrounded by non-living things, time passes. Until Buddha, when the physical body goes back to second childhood. Childhood, you begin with what? You can't walk, you can't move, crying, same place, urinating, defecating, helpless. You can only demand, you cannot get it. Old age, when you become 60, 70, 80, if you have kept yourself in a good condition, 78 also you are still But people usually do not do that because they are so much lost in eating. No time for taking care of the body. How many people know that they must feed the body? Everybody thinks, I am eating. Therefore you fight for food, like animals. And that is why the physical body goes crazy. If you provide the food for the body needs, you are healthy. You don't satisfy the hunger of the body, because the hunger of the body, stomach hunger, can be satisfied with any food. Ask yourself, do you satisfy your hunger with any food on the way? Or I like roti, I like sabji, I like sweets, I like, whatever I like. I like. Hunger doesn't come because you like or do not like, the part of the body. And the body, hunger can be satisfied with any food. If you satisfy your hunger, 2 idli is enough. Handful of puri also enough. Anything is enough. But if you have to satisfy the hunger of your mind, this morning I have a continental breakfast. I should have a Chinese lunch, one Thai dinner, one Indian spiced food. Your body can't take it. So after some time, you are diabetic, obese. It's not the mistake of the food, it's your mistake. You do that, completely lost. So since that body grows up faster, some people can be old when they're 30, 40, 50. Heavily diabetic, can't eat anything. Obese, can't move. Pressure, can't function. Heart is weak, can't climb. That time, untimely old age, Bruddhastava Chinta Magnaha, lives in his thought world. What I should have done, what I should not have done, what I could have done, what I should not have done, could have done, did not do. Chinta Magna, anxiety. You indulge and you repent, I should not have done. You renounce and you repent, I should not have done that, I should have been married. I should have got a job. I should have looked for money. I should have created some security. Chinta. Thoughts come. How does the thought come? How do you know there are thoughts? You are conscious. That self-awareness, there in the child, that self-awareness is there in the young. The same awareness is there when you are older, your thoughts. That never begins. Your life began. Your body has a beginning day, birthday. You are ajo nitya shashvatoyam purana nanyate hanyamane sarire. Ajaha, unborn. Since there is no birth, no vardhate, viparinamate, apakshiyate. There is no growth, no deterioration, no death. Always there. We are so much lost in the world, which is natural. Because to a child you cannot talk about the consciousness, understand. The child loses itself, the toys. He'll cry. You take that toys away, he'll cry, pull you down. Fight with 2 children, they'll fight each other. With a nail they can, just like animals. Think. Brother, sister, have you not seen them? You must have been a part of it. You have seen the children fighting for it. Because whole focus is on the world outside. To the extent They don't mind harming their body, they don't know. They'll push the other child to water, child will die. Think of it. It can happen. Or wound themselves. That is child, you can control. Grown-up babies, brothers and sisters, husbands and wives, uncles and aunts and niece and nephews. What happened? This house is mine. Toy, fighting. This land, mine. That gold, mother's, mine. Father's antiques, mine. You are civilized, grown up. You are ashamed to fist fight. You hit people with your words. You are jealous, stupid, selfish, arrogant, cruel. Beautiful flowers. Babies. Fighting has not stopped. Language has changed. It is no more body-oriented unless you are uneducated also. Then you can have fight with not with the hands, but with the sticks or guns. Fighting. Same person when he's old, what happens? Chinta, I should not have done that. Why did I do that? Parame Brahmani kopi na lagna. Nobody is aware of himself. Why? Because we began as children and remained like children. And by chance sometimes somewhere by mistake says, look at yourself, I know, I don't have to know about all this. Or you go and study Sanskrit, scriptures, different scriptures all around the world. Don't say only this. Anything you go on reading in school, college, university, and what do? You collect toys of literature kind, ideas. Call it history, geography, chemistry, mathematics, secular subjects, or call it philosophy, and different types of philosophy. And then what happens? Just like a children you are fighting, my toys are better than your toys. My food is better than my food. My parents are better than your parents. Because whatever is mine is the best, yours useless. Same thing happens inside. People of similar thinking, they think they are better than others. An education, a learning, a thinking which makes you feel superior is as stupid as the learning or the education which makes you feel inferior. If you feel inferior, you shall feel superior to some people who is still more down. If you feel superior, you shall feel inferior to some people. Suppose you feel superior because you have got a matriculation qualification, you will feel inferior to a graduate. You will feel inferior to a postgraduate. You shall feel inferior to a doctoral person. Comparison continues. Because you want to be more powerful, just like physically you are fragile, now you are waiting for your youth, bicep, six-ab, healthy, fancy car, everything, so that you can show the symbols of your power. Your thoughts are symbols of strength and power, PhD. I'm a scientist, I'm a poet, I'm an athlete. And the worst part of the education system is which knowledge gave me more money. That is why today you can see, you may be a PhD, best graduate from best university, you are getting 5 million rupees. Yesterday there was a game. I was also out looking for, I was watching that anyway. In the Saudi Arabia, they had the 6 kings, the top 6 tennis players were playing for last 4 days. They, in the match elimination, and 2 boys, young boys came up, that Spanish boy and the Italian boy. And how much money they got? Every player just to play $1.5 million, meaning 9 crores, just to play. One who wins $6 million, 50 crores, 2 hours fight, 50 crores. You are graduate, postgraduate, PhD, postdoctoral, ABCDE, everything after your lead. You have to, how much your money, job? In your entire life you may not get $2 million. So, what is the message you are giving? Playing is better than, somebody plays any game, or a person movie, or a person yoga, anything, anywhere. Whoever makes money, we think he is successful. Your success is not decided in terms of how much money you collected, how many people following you in Twitter, WhatsApp, Facebook. Your success is determined by, are you happy with yourself? Or you are dependent on your following, dependent on your money, dependent on your profession. A person can say, I indulge in everything, rich man. So he is the paper, every time you see the news, what car he purchased, what necklace he has got, what type of house he is purchasing, all these things. Think of it. Nobody will talk about is divorced, fighting with each other, family lives alone, brother is not with the brother, husband is not with the wife. Or somebody feels very proud, I'm a renunciate, I've given up everything. Yes sir, you have given up everything. Are you comfortable with yourself? Or you are sitting down there, Buddhastava Chinta Magnaha, I should not have given up the job. I should have been married. Why did I leave this place? Wo bhi gaya, ye bhi gaya. Chinta Magnaha. Nobody introduces us to ourselves, understand. To introduce, you don't have to pick million words. Our scriptures are so beautiful, I'm not telling anything. Sir, you tell whichever book blessed you, tell that is good. Why should I worry? You understand one thing where you're not superior to somebody or inferior to somebody. As we say, Ishvara, natat samosti, kutobi adhika anyaha. Oh Lord, there is nothing like you. What is the question of better than you? When you understand yourself, nobody is better than me, nobody is lesser than me. Relatively, somebody can be better. I am young, he is younger, or he is older. I am poor, somebody is rich or richer. Relative dimensions you cannot escape. When you understand about yourself, you don't see yourself higher or lower, superior, inferior. Unless your so-called wisdom, your so-called understanding depends upon the comparative information. How many books you have read? How many books I have read? What all places you have gone? What all places I have gone? How many people touch your foot? How many people hit your head? Are you understanding that point? How many houses you have? How many houses I have? How much money in your bank? How much money I have in your bank? Relative identities. A knowledge about yourself, where there is no superiority, inferiority. Just like our own body. My toe has a place, my calf muscles have a place, my knee has a place, my stomach has a place, my fingers have a place, every tiny little finger, thumb finger, eyes, ears, nose, heart, kidney, everything has a place. Which one is bigger or better? Everyone plays a part to keep this body politic going. Which part of my body I should take more care? Do you take more care of that part, or you are more dependent on that part? Some people are stomach specific, food, food, food. Some people are ear specific, music, sound. Some are tongue specific, eat, eat, eat. Some are smell specific, I must have fragrance. Some are game specific. That is how naturally the world will be. You take care of, you become one organ specific, and you waste your time on that, the whole body shall be sacrificed for it. You eat, 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 the entire body will die. You drink, and the entire body will die. And where from that begins? From your head, thought. Greed, stomach has no greed, body has no emotion. Body doesn't ask anything. Your tongue doesn't want food, your nose doesn't want smell, your skin doesn't want touch. It comes from inside, your thoughts. So somebody has the somebody has the thoughts, history, geography, mathematics. Somebody has got religious thoughts, this God, this book, that book. So you shall have the comparison. Are you there sitting down comparing the scholarship, information? Wisdom incomparable. Who you are, who I am, who anybody is, same. Samoham sarvabhuteshu, as Bhagavan says. Samoham sarvabhuteshu. Na me dveshyasti, na me priyavasti. Na me priyasti. Na me dveshyasti, na priya. There is nobody I like or dislike. Aham sarvabhuteshu samah. Samam hi Brahma. Chetana. That which is same is the truth, and that is everybody's nature. So when you are sitting down here, just go to the topic of the day. Very simple, friends. Long before actions begin, long before thoughts begin, you are already there, conscious. Right or wrong? When I say, let us begin, to whom am I talking? Non-existent people here? No. existent people. Am I talking to the body? No. Your body may be here, but your thoughts are somewhere. You are not listening to me. So am I talking to the thought? Thoughts begin. And begin in what? When I say, let us begin, I accept you are here. You are here as what? A simple body I will not talk to. Thoughts are not addressed. You must be conscious. Close your eyes for a few minutes, friends. First you must be. Then you can think. Then you can speak or act. Every action or speech preceded by a thought. Every thought, ideas, memories preceded by Chetana. Call it awareness, Atma, consciousness, Brahma, any name you like. But for God's sake, for your sake, don't lose yourself in that name. Then you shall fight. One shall say, Atma is the truth. Other person, no, God is the truth. I don't believe in God. I only know Atma. Both are same. Ultimately nameless. You don't have to say I. You don't have to think I to be conscious, aware. The self, I am. Don't stick to the name. That which reveals the truth. A name stands for a nameless thing. The name flower doesn't create a flower. The name pumpkin doesn't create a pumpkin. The name ocean doesn't create ocean. Names create nothing. Because things are existing, we have given them names. If this much you understand, because of the word aham, I, main, mu, nan, nenu, any language you say, the same word I or aham or main or mu, nan, nenu has million synonyms. What it points out is one. If you say in Telugu, Nenu is not a Telugu self, it's a Nan is not a Tamil self, it's not a Mu, Odia self, the I, English self, Je is not a French self. Names are different, as they say. Very simple way you can say, Ekameva Sat, Vipra Bahudha Vadanti. One Sat, one reality. What is the name? Bahudha Vadanti. Many ways somebody says. But when you say, then therefore you cannot say, therefore everybody tell the same thing. No. When you say a name, your name, what does it reveal? Every name, the name is same. Main, mu, aham is same. But who are you? One shall say rich. May means, I means rich. For somebody, I means body. For somebody, I means boy or a girl. For somebody, I means educated, uneducated. For somebody, I means rich or poor. For somebody, it means believer or non-believer. So the words are not truth. The word I stands for the absolute as well as relative. The same word aham, aham brahmasmi, all one and the same. Aham dhani, aham purushaha. I'm a scientist, painter, musician, married, unmarried. Oh boy, Sahasranama. One million names means nothing for the nameless. Chetana, always there. So for me to say, let's begin the class, for whom? For me to speak, I wait for my thoughts. For the thoughts to begin, it begins in consciousness. That's me. I am aware. So touched by the wisdom, consciousness that it is, every thought becomes beautiful. To speak or not to speak is my choice. I speak those words which will be meaningful for you, so that when I speak a word, it creates a thought, and your thought should take you there as even from where my thoughts are coming. Consciousness, consciousness, circle is complete. We are one and the same. What thoughts I have, what thoughts you pick up, what body you have, the place you are living, the time you are living, that shall be different and should be different. What should be? Who are we to even pontificate that it should be? There is no such thing. The universe is absolutely beautiful. Have you seen the space fighting with the air, air fighting with the water, water fighting with the fire, fire fighting with the earth? Elements do not fight. Trees do not fight. Elementals do not fight. Animals fight. Understand? They are conscious. Fight only for survival. Killing each other for eating or mating game. Two things for the living beings. Survival and progeny, continuing. Food, sex. Eating, mating. That is why Tiriyak, animals, horizontal. Eat food, procreate. Human being do not, they are Chetana, understand? You look at the creation, Achetana, Jada, Achetana, space, air, fire, water, earth, elements, Achetana. Ardha Chetana, semi-conscious, leaves, touch me not, semi-conscious. Conscious, birds, animals. That is why for birds and animals, only two instincts, survival and procreation. They'll fight for survival, they'll fight for the mating right. Not all the time. Hungry, eat. The tiger is finished eating one thing, he will lie down for 4 days. The lion will not sleep, all the lions always sleep. Active lions are only when they are hungry. Anaconda takes one deer, lies down for 1 month. By the time slowly, human being. There is unconscious part here, achetana, ardhachetana, semi-conscious. Conscious part also is here. But one thing is there, human being, self-conscious. I am a man. That little something that I, ahankar, I thought, creates havoc. Simple example I told you, food. Hunger comes. Body is hungry, but the eyes are say, I am hungry, I want food now. Oh. I must eat first. How many things are there? I'll take everything, others get it, don't go, it doesn't matter. I will eat. I won't eat. Who is doing that? Stomach. Just because you are conscious. No. Ahankar, I. Think of it. Who does it? When the tiger is not hungry, he will not get up. Even if that, and the animals know, tiger is not going to attack us because the fellow is lying down. Mating right, season. The female comes in the heat, the male, alpha or ordinary lion, whoever it is, every animal, seasonal. Season changes, it doesn't matter. So procreation and survival, two things prani. Human being, when shall you eat? Do you eat because you are hungry or because there is food? Sad that the money cannot be eaten, or else you will eat as much required, as much your stomach can hold. In the gargantuan emptiness of the bank vault, trillions of dollars can be put. And with that idea, what shall you say? I'm a billionaire, I'm a trillionaire. So what? Your wife runs away, your husband is dead, children are drug addict, life goes upside down. You can be the king of England. You're the richest man in the world, your family destroyed. One thought can destroy you. Why? I is crazy. This man is sitting down there at a huge pride that I'm the richest man in the world and number one in the Forbes list of the rich. I'm the top in this player, this game, that game. Or if it is a holy man, who is the greater renunciate? I gave up everything. You gave up only your small house. I gave up palaces. Oh. Before I come here, I was PhD, FRCS, ABCDE. I see. What you were did not mean anything. That is how you left. Why are you talking about it? What you have means nothing to you, except it has got some fancy exhibitionistic value. See my car? How long can you say? The moment you see the bigger car, you are dead. Think, friends. So somebody is proud of thought information, somebody says, I'm a renunciate, I've given up everything. Why should you give up and why should I respect? I don't understand that logic at all. And what did you give up? What you consider garbage? When you give up dirt from your house, do you feel proud? I gave up the dirt from my house. You gave up because it never gave you happiness. But you still have that value. So achetana no problem, ardhachetana no problem, chetana also no problem. Swayam Chetana, Swayam Prajna, that ahankar, self-conscious, I thought. That's 8 billion people are 8 billion Rakshasas, or wonderful people. In human being, the I is there. You can use it, absolute. You don't know how to use it, you will kill yourself, you will kill everybody. One thought. So that, when I say, please let us begin the class, to whom am I talking? The body? To your sense organs? To your thoughts? A thought is not addressed because you are a conscious entity. You are the truth absolute. The moment you know that much, in the beginning, that is the end. When you know where to begin, and it begins with you, class is over. In the very beginning, there is end. But we have been trained to begin from what all we see, and it is vast. Punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam, punarapi janani jathare shayanam, yasansare bahudustare, krupaya pahare, pahai murare. Born again, died again, born to childhood, dead to childhood, born to money, dead to money, born to a job, dead to a job, born to youth, dead to youth, born to respect, born to death, now dead, disrespect, always, continuously. The problem is you, the only one thought. What is the problem, sir? Ask the space, air, fire, water, earth, anybody has a problem? Nothing. Achetana, Jada, the universe has no problem, no fight. Semi-conscious, no fight. Unconscious, no fight. Jada, inert. Semi-conscious, no fight. Lands do not fight. Israel, Hamas fighting. Is this Russia, that one fighting, Chinese border, this border, Taiwan fighting, country fighting. When you brothers are fighting, houses fighting. Bodies fighting. Bodies are used to fight. You are using your body to fight. You are using the guns to fight. Guns do not kill unless you shoot. Body doesn't kill. Body is so beautiful, innocent. Thoughts do not kill. You use your thought. So who is the assassin? Who is the criminal? Every criminal moves in the dress of, I am a good man. I don't harm anybody. I only take care of my own selfish interest. Others can die. That's good. And it makes you so isolated. A loneliness, there is no lonely tiger, there is no lonely tree, there is no lonely fish. Of course, unconscious thing have no loneliness, only human beings. 8 billion lonely people, absolutely devastated in the most crowded universe. Why? Ahankar isolates you. One thought. Are you addressed to him? He will not listen. Why? I know. I'm not interested in these things. Why? Because I'm very comfortable with my problems, creating problems for others, competing with others. My time is lost in competing. First house, second house, third car, fifth wife, 10th children. Right. Politician, musician, magician, holy man. It doesn't matter, friends, what subject you study. It doesn't matter how much you have or do not have. It matters who you are. So to whom shall we address? So the subject today, self, I am. Long before an action, or long before a thought begins or an action begins, think it over. Long before a speech begins, thoughts must be there. Without thought there is no speech. Long before the thought begins, you must be there, conscious. That is why Jnana Shakti, Kriya Shakti, Ichha Shakti, Kriya Shakti, 3 powers. Just with that we shall finish it. Jnana Shakti means power to be conscious, aware. Aware and self-aware. Animals are aware but not self-aware. Human beings are aware and self-aware. Because they're self-aware, they have all the problems. Self-conscious, self-conscious. Dogs will not fight with each other. Dogs will not compete with each other, not fight, compete with each other. Take an Afghan hound, take a German Shepherd, take a Alsatian, take a mongrel, all the dogs will jump on each other. But the owner of the Afghan hound will not talk to the owner of the mongrel. Oh, what type of dog is that? It's like cars in the car park do not fight. The owners will not, Same thing, your bodies are like that. Mr. Universe, Miss Universe. Then you kill each yourself to Miss Universe. What happened to Miss Universe? Miss Universe, but missing on the universe. Mr. Universe, who cares? You stand in the limelight and you think you are the hero. When you go back to your home, the lights are off. There are no clappings. When you are alone, are you a happy man? Yes, then you are a happy person. Not when everybody else is, different types of… You dress for the occasion. Vyavahara, your behavior also is true for the occasion. Pretenses. So when you see these things very clearly, that Jnana Shakti comes first. First you are conscious. Then comes your thought. Then comes your action. Then comes the universe. But you can talk to the child about that. The child has to begin with what he sees, not even his own body. Grown-up babies, grown-up graduate from the world outside, his body becomes very important. Very extremely selfish. Then little conscious people think of their thoughts. But that thought also, if it is body-oriented and world-oriented. Indulgent, indulgence-oriented, renunciate, renunciation-oriented, never about himself. Once you understand yourself, the thoughts are there. The thoughts, you know, you are aware. So long before you are conscious of something, first you are conscious. Brahmaivahamidam jagatcha sakalam chinmatra vistaridam. The whole universe is like that. That is why once you are aware of it, Sanatana, that who you are absolutely comfortable with your own limitations, with your own glory. And therefore you are absolutely comfortable with everybody's emotion, everybody's glory. You don't fight with any thought, no thought, belief, disbelief. It doesn't matter at all. Whatever somebody is comfortable with, why should I make him uncomfortable? You be comfortable. But don't delude yourself. Holding on to a body which is continuously vanishing, literally fading away. Don't think you shall be immortal, holding on to the body. With having all things you think you shall be comfortable? No, sir. Your thoughts will change, your values will change. You will be destroyed. That is why people alternate between indulgence and renunciation. Alternate. Give up everything, grab everything. Tired of grabbing, go giving up. Tired of giving up, grab. Alternate. Fence-sitters. Relative things. Be yourself. Long before thoughts begin, words begin, action begins, you are. Close your eyes, please. That Bhagavan says in Gita, that beautiful. Ahamatma, he Gudakesha Arjuna, Sarva Bhutasa Sthita. I am the same self in all the beings. Aham adischa madhyamcha bhutanam antarevacha. I am the beginning, I am the middle, I am the end. Name samoham sarvabhuteshu, same in all the beings. Name dveshya asti, name priyo asti. There is no like and dislike. Like your own body. If you hit it, papa or punya. You tap it, papa or punya. The whole universe is you. Everything. Glorious, incomparable. No comparison, no competition. One absolute. Please chant Om 3 times, please. Thank you, friends. Thank you. See you again.